Here's a quick little tutorial to get you up and running with GNS 3. There's going to be two image files, as you can see right here, for a Cisco router and switch. The L3 will be the router, the L2 would be the layer 3 switch. I know it's a little confusing potentially with the L2 and L3, but that's what these are for. I believe they're around 2018. I think 15.7 iOS version on the switch, and I think 15.2 or 3 on the router. Actually, it says right here, doesn't it? So 15.2 on the switch, and then 15.7.3 on the router. So you want to grab all these files. The Firefox right here is, one sec. All right. Yeah, just go to the GNS3 Marketplace, find the Firefox one, which really is just a tiny core Linux with Firefox installed. Makes things a lot easier. All right, so the first thing we need to do is make sure that you have all these files downloaded. So depending on whether you have VMware Workstation, which is what I prefer, or also VirtualBox, you're going to need to grab the GNS3 VM for that hypervisor. So again, I recommend the VMware Workstation one. You could download it directly from the GNS3 site. Obviously, the GNS3 application, you'll need to grab these two files, which are the image files. You'll need to grab the license file. And then, obviously not my notes, but in here is the extracted version of the VM. So that's just the OVA. One of the first things I recommend that we do is to install the OVA. So we're going to go ahead and open up VMware Workstation. Once we have it open, just go to File, Open, and then navigate to where you need to go. Open up the GS3 VM. So put it wherever you need to go. I'm putting it there. Hit Import. Wait a second, shouldn't take too long. And there we go. All right, so do not click on upgrade, leave it to whatever version it's in there. Click on edit, and what we're going to do here is we're going to change the memory in the processors. I have 32 gigs of RAM. I'm just going to put half of it in there. So I'm going to put in 16384. Hopefully it helps to have numlock on 16384. And then for processors, I have a 12-core processor, so what I'm going to do is just put in 4 and 2. That should give it plenty of what I need it to use. Hit OK. Now, I think I mentioned in this other note, but you do need to have virtualization turned. If you do not, I forget what it's called in AMD, but in Intel it's VTD, I believe it is, but you need to have it turned on or it just will not work at all. So let's go ahead and power it on. Go. For this, just remember you need to hit Alt and Control for you to be able to pop outside of it. You'll see it there in the bottom left hand corner to return to your computer. Alright, so this looks good. Just hit OK. Whatever, that's all you need. And I'm going to minimize it. I don't need this now. So what we're going to do next is install GNS3. Here we go. It's on the other screen. There we go. Hit next. I agree. Next. Just the default. Next. Next. It's actually going to take a while. It's going to install some other apps in the background. Of course, I didn't pay attention to the other screen, but it has over here a little note that says I have a newer version. Sure. Hit OK. Now it says something about NCAP. Nah. Just leave the newest version. Guess I'm using it in another app. Alright, so just hit accept. Put in no thanks at nothanks.com. There we go. Alright, next. I don't need that. Next. Alright, we can go ahead and start GNS3. Alright, so once GNS3 is opened, what you can do here is choose. I obviously choose the first option because that's the one that we're going to be doing. We need to run everything in a GNS3 VM. It just makes everything so much easier. All right, hit next. Hit next. Next. All right, so VMware is recommended. You know, obviously, hopefully you remember how many cores you're associating with it. All right, so we had 16384. There we go. Next, finish. And this should hopefully turn green, because as we see here, it's up and running. And it's green, that's fantastic. All right, let's move this, make it a little bit bigger. So now the fun part is connecting these to what you got. So go to Edit, Preferences, IOU devices. Well, actually, go to iOS on Linux, hit Browse. Right. So find your file, which is the IOURC. There we go. All right. Then go down here to IOU devices, hit New, run this IOU device. All right. So we're going to choose the L2 image. Hit Browse again. Obviously, find where you have it out. L2. All right. I'm just going to put L2 15.2 finish. And I'm also going to change it. It always likes to put this IOU crap out there as some kind of initial thing to, I guess, let everybody know that, or let you know if you have a crap ton of stuff in there that this is an IOU device. So I pretty much only use IOU, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put in here layer 2 version 15.2. All right. I'm going to hit new. I'm going to change it to L3. Actually, no, L2, and then go to new image. Now I'll go to L3, hit browse. There we go. Come on. All right, so we're going to do L3 router version 15.7.3, I think that is, yeah. All right, actually, finish here. All right, now that we have this set up, honestly, it's as simple as, actually, no, we do need to do one more thing, and that is put the Firefox or Tiny Linux Core appliance in here. So let's go to Import Appliance, your file, here we go. All right, hit next, next. Okay, so we're going to have to grab the file first, so just hit download. So it should take you to here. Should automatically start downloading in a moment. Oh, right here, hit save. Let's just wait. All right, it's done. So now what you need to do is hit import. Right. Here is the file that I have, and it should, there we go, ready to install. Make sure you click that row, then hit next. Yep. Beautiful. All right. One thing I like to do is change the name of that thing. Let me find it real quick. All right. So I don't like the way that says that there, so I'm just going to change it to, there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and do File, New Blank Project. Let's call it Test. Hit OK. Let's drag that out there. Let's go to our switch, drag that out there. And then let's put an endpoint. There we go. One thing I forgot to do is I like to change it to Secure CRT. So if you have Secure CRT, this is how you change it over to use that as your terminal app. So go to Preferences, go to Console Applications, go to Edit, and then change it here to Secure CRT. All right. So you do need to hit Start. So you can either manually hit Start on all of them or just hit Start up there. Yeah. Okay, they should all be started. All right, so open up Secure CRT, go to Edit Default Session, go here to Appearance, change it from Solarize Light to White Black. There we go. Change all sessions, and that should fix it how it, let's see, right click, let's go to Console, there we go. There we go. Go to console. There we go. This will open up with a VNC. All right, it opens up in a different place. This is fantastic. So if you want to put some kind of web browser over there, it's great. But you can also go over here in Control Panel, Network, put whatever you want. You can choose it to have DHCP or manually plug it in, and then you can go to the terminal and then just ping whatever you want to on the network. It's super helpful. You know, you can obviously cable it however you like. The one cool thing about Secure CRT is you can do this to have them both open at the same time, or you can even send it to a, not clone, but send to a new window. And now you have two separate windows. Just gives you a lot of flexibility as to where you put it out on your screen. All right, that's pretty much it. You can add obviously a lot more appliances. This is just a basic, super basic way to get it set up for put a switch and a router and an endpoint on there. All right, hopefully it helps. Thanks, bye.